Hey everybody, welcome into CubeFit Core and More here with David. Let's go ahead and get moving and grooving after a longer weekend. Kind of shake the dust off. I was just on Nick's class and everybody was talking about how hard it is to get back into it. But this is one of those great classes where it's not super high intensity. We can get some stretch, we can get some strengthening. So let's do exactly that, okay? We're going to start off first with a plank derivative like we usually do. This is actually a new one for the class today. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna set up like we always do, elbow underneath that shoulder, palm up, glutes and core on, but we're gonna focus a little bit more, get my camera angle right. We're gonna focus a little bit more on that shoulder area today. So we actively push away from the ground, and I want to protract and retract as we're holding that 30-second plank today. So let me show you what that looks like before we get straight into it. So I'm right here, glutes on, core on. Now I'm gonna push away, and then I'm gonna go a little bit in. So it's only moving at the shoulder, and it's about maybe 2 or 3 inches that we're moving back and forth, kind of subtle, but we're gonna reinforce that shoulder strength here, okay? So I want you to go ahead, get in position. All right, we're going in 3, 2, and 1. So all those cues that we talked about, but now we're pushing away, and then we're kind of dropping a little bit, protract, retract, just adding a little variation here. You don't want to do the same darn exercise all the time, but you can make it similar at its core and then focus on a couple of different little things. Continue moving back and forth. Core still on, almost there. 3, 2, and 1. What I want you to do is put your palms straight down on the ground. You have nice straight arms and you're sinking back with those hips, decompressing that spine, stretching those lats out. Just did a bunch of pull-ups, did legs yesterday, and then early this morning did a bunch of pull-ups, so this feels great. Stretching out that upper body and torso. 3, 2, and 1. Good. So I wanted you to get a feel for going back and forth right there. You can go back to that normal plank where you're only actively pushing away, or you can continue gliding through that protraction, retraction one more time. Up to you, all right? So feel it out. Going in 3, 2, and 1. So I'm stacked. I'm just actively pushing away now. Belly button pulled in. If you want to add that movement, we're going down, back up. That shoulder girdle has a lot of little small muscles. Might gain some control if you do this one a little bit more often. Keep squeezing those glutes. Don't turn those off. Almost there, everybody. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Again, sinking all the way back. Straight arms. Feel that big pull on the side of your torso and those lats. All right, 3, 2, and 1. That felt good. All right, some light movement to get us started. Now we're going to continue with that second superset, going into our V sit-up, laterally moving this time. So for this one, we're on our sides. All right, we have those stacked legs right here. We have this arm reaching up, and we're trying to meet in the middle with those arms and legs, all right? So the hardest one, you're bringing both legs up. You can make it a little bit easier by only bringing one leg up, or you can go into a bent leg version, whichever one you want to, all right? I'm gonna go 2 legs, and we're gonna get 10 reps on each side. So right here, reaching all the way back and up. Good, feeling the obliques, feeling the abs. Good, and we're getting the most out of this when we really control that descend with our feet going down and our arm going back down. 8, 9, and 10. Good, let's release that. Flip it on over, hit that other side before we stretch it out. All right, stacked legs, reaching up. So my right shoulder blade with this hand is going down to the ground, and now we're reaching up. Back down. Good. Control, control. Good. Remember, 10 reps. We're almost done here. 8, 9, and 10. Good. All right. So when we go into this stretch today, trying to emphasize that spine, but we're going to get some quad and hip here too. I want you to come in with that knee just as high as you can get it. And then I want it to go across. All right. Before doing anything else, make sure that knee is across. I'm putting it all the way down and I'm trying to grab this back foot. Okay. So try to create a straight line, knee, hip, shoulder. This knee's down, left shoulder on the ground. And now what I'm going to do, try to bring this shoulder as close to the ground as possible. For me, it's not going to hit. For you, it might. But we're just going to get a hold right there. Little bit of rotation. Nice stretch in the front of the legs and hips. All right, 3, 2, and 1. You can release, and we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So knee up towards that chest. Bringing that knee towards the ground right here. Trying to grab that foot if we can. And then we're trying to bring that shoulder as the last point of contact, reaching down towards the ground. Again, nice light movement after your long weekend. Hope everybody had a good 4th of July, Independence Day. It is hot out here in Texas, but we're out there in the sun. Having a good old time. 3, 2, and 1. Let's release it. All right. B sit up on both sides one more time before we move on. Okay. So we're going to get 10 and 10. I'm going to stay right here on this side. I'm going to throw my badge out of the way because it's digging in on me. So we're going to stack those legs again, reaching up. Let's meet in the middle. Coming up. Back down under control. Good job. Take it away, y'all. Good. Making sure that chin isn't tucked in. We're reaching up towards the sky. 8, 9, and 10. Good. Flip it over. Last B sit up, I promise. Go ahead and get it set up. I'll give you just a moment. Stack them. Reach them. All right, let's work them. Here we go. Coming up. Back down. Good. Full range of motion here. Seven, 8, 9, and 10. Good. All right. So we already got that bretzel done. We're not going to do a second round of that. I would rather go into our next superset. So we're going to go into our bird dog first. All right. Before we do this, we'll go straight into the cat-cow stretch in between. So I want you to flex and extend through the spine that we're taking care of today. So you can see that posterior tilt. You can see the anterior tilt here, moving through the spine, tucking that chin and then extending. And then from here, I want you to find neutral, okay? You can go back and forth a couple of times if you want to. Make sure those shoulders are down, all right? So we're not sinking in like this. Shoulders are down. We're gonna go opposite arm, opposite leg, reaching out. Opposite arm, opposite leg, reaching straight out. We're gonna get 8 of those on each side. Taking care of that posterior chain, the glutes, that back. And we're not reaching upward, right? We're not coming up here. Going straight out, back in. Make sure you're nice and stable, working that balance. This should be active throughout, okay? So if your core is not tight right now, you're not doing it correctly. Tighten up that core. Keep on moving side to side. Good, flex those abs. I got 2 more each. Good, all right. From there, before we go back into that cat-cow, I want you to reach back. So you see where my legs are right here? I want you to reach those feet back. All right, so you are plantar flexing out with those toes, reaching back. And then I just want you to reach that torso back as far as you can, okay? Doesn't have to be anything crazy, just so you have a stretch in the quads. The more you lift the hips, the more you'll feel it in those hip flexors too. Might be going all the way down to the ground. That's good. Post-workout, that's me too. Right now, I'm hanging out right here. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Release back into our cat-cow. Let's do that one more time so we can get into that neutral position again. So we're here. All right, flex, extend. Let's just do that 5 times. Feeling it out. That's 3 for me. By the time I get to number 5, I'm gonna feel out right in between where that neutral, that flat spine is. All right, so right about here for me. And then we're extending once more, okay? Out and out. So let me show you right here too. Shouldn't look like this. Shouldn't be reaching side to side and just going through those motions like this. Nice and planted here in the middle. Straight out. See how I'm not moving laterally? Straight out like this, okay? Good. Keep that core tight. Keep moving. 8 on each, everybody. Doing great. Just have one more superset after this exercise. Nice and slow, slow and steady. Good work, everybody. 2 more on each side. That's what I got at least. Finish up strong. Good work. Okay, so I'm definitely feeling those glutes turned on big time. And what we're gonna do this time is turn on the front of those hips, but now do a high plank variation, okay? So we're in this high plank, just like our push-up position, gripping the ground with our fingers, with our palms, making sure that our elbows are turned back and the front of this elbow crease is turned forward. That's gonna turn your shoulders on. Then we're gonna go high knee to elbow, okay? So you want your knee to go up towards that elbow. We're gonna alternate each time, okay? So join me in the push-up position. We're going in 3, 2, 1. You just come up like this, up on that other side. Actively pushing away from that ground again, working that protraction. When you do that, you'll feel the front side of the core turn on around that rib cage and that pec minor. Make sure you're also flexing those abs. Good, almost there. 3, 2, and 1. After that, I want your right knee forward. All right, so I'll change position so you can see the right knee forward, and you can't see my back leg because it's straight behind me. All right, so create that straight line. Start nice and upright for this stretch. Feel that outer glute, that glute med, getting elongated here. Good work, everybody. All right, let's go ahead. Switch sides, other knee forward. We're tucking that lower leg as close as we can towards the upper leg. Back leg straight. Staying upright here. Good. Those recovery breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Doing perfect on time, everybody. All right, 3, 2, 1. And then that final movement that we're going to do, our second and final set of that high knee or that high plank, knee to elbow. One more time, 30 seconds, crunching that core in. Let's do it. Going in 3, 2, and 1. Let's finish. Not going for reps here. Make sure you got tension in the right spots. Keep moving smoothly. Good job, everybody. Don't let those elbows start turning out like this. We look like that, crunching away at the computer all day. Keep those elbows tucked in. Good, almost there. Stay with me. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop it. Take a deep breath. Wonderful job, everybody. Thank you for joining. As usual, again, I hope you had a great holiday weekend, and I'm going to be back with you tomorrow for actually 3 classes. Energizer Day in the morning, Strength Circuit midday, and then with Hannah, we're going to be on the Fit Pro show. Looking forward to seeing everybody. Thanks, y'all. Yeah, thank you, Aaron. Thanks, Alex. Have a good day.